all you snowboarders of the internet. We're here. We're live. We're taking your questions. So, for all of you that are watching right now, get those in the chat box. We're going to try to answer them as best we can for you. You got TC back from the wonderful land of Minnetonka. Oh, wow. This is a surprise. First comment of the day comes from Rob Dow. Showtime. Keep up the good work. Keeping our staff entertained while we build boards. Thank you. Rob Dow, the owner of Wired Snowboards up in Vancouver. Everyone should check them out. They make some really good boards. I really like the Directive and the Vantage. Those are two of my favorite boards from them. So definitely check those out. TC, you definitely need to ride a wired board at some point, don't you?
Yes, I do. I'm actually pretty excited to try one of those guys out. So hopefully soon. Hopefully before we get mid-season or anything like that, but we'll see.
Well, maybe mid-season you'd be riding the next year's.
Oh, yeah, or that.
So, yeah, shout out to Rob and the guys up at Wired, keeping it real down there in Vancouver. So, if you're in Vancouver, though, you should always keep an eye on them. They always have stuff going on and sales and whatnot. So, and, of course, can't go wrong with Ian. I spray skiers. I hope you spray skiers. I spray skiers. TC, you spray skiers?
Oh, yeah. It's a favorite thing to do when they're standing on the side of the run.
Yeah. Ugh. Ew. 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 You love skiers? Gross. Ew. Okay. Adam Lowe. Didn't realize the traffic situation. If I stay with my buddy in Aurora, where should I go snowboarding and what should I expect? Ruby Hill. Go to the Hike 2 Park. No, TC, you're used to making the I-70 shuffle. What should he expect?
I mean, depends on the time of day. There's two ways to do it. Either you wake up and you're out of your house by 6 a.m. and you're on your way there, or you wait until about 10 o'clock and then make the trek, and then you're there at noon. But I'd say, try to stay away from that 8 o'clock traffic. If you get out there at 8, you're going to be sitting there for 2 hours, 3 hours probably. Go early or go later. That way you're at the front of the traffic or at the very end of it, and you're not going to really hit it.
Yeah, I mean, that's realistically it. I mean, if you're trying to go for proximity to Denver, you've got Eldora, one of TC's favorite resorts. Tell them all about Eldora.
It's a waste of time. It's like riding back in the Midwest or the East Coast, I imagine, where it's you don't have that much vert. It's pretty skied off most of the time, or ridden off, or you just have people that have no idea what they're doing, or drunk college kids just kind of hooting and hollering, not really paying attention to anything.
Yeah. I mean, realistically, you could go to Winter Park if you do meth. Otherwise, you got Loveland, a little weird. You could go over the pass, go to A Basin, Keystone's a Vale Resort. That place sucks. You could drive to Copper. It kind of comes down to what you're willing to do, So, all right, we got the first super chat of the day from Stuff I Find Interesting. Snipe and spray. I love sniping people on my snowboard. You ever snipe spray someone, TC?
No. What is that?
Haven't done that? Oh, it's great. They don't see you coming, and you just come out of the trees and you just spray them, and they're like, "What the fuck?" And then you dip back in the trees before they realize where you were, and all they see is this track, and they're like, "What the hell happened to me?" Brian P. I'm from New Hampshire. There is no spray. Bullshit. You can scrape that ice off and spray people with it. I've done it. So all right. What did we get there? Oh, yeah. Support your local shop. Support your local snowboard shop, people. Plenty of Labor Day sales coming up in the next few weeks. All right. And we got a super chat from Ian. Weekly donation for the Angry Boys. Thanks for the stickers. This man has won so many stickers. So many goddamn stickers. Person 4 above you gets a spin. Well, that just goes right back to the previous super chat. Goes back to this one. Screw it. Whatever. We're doing it. All right. Let's see. Well, you won yourself a small sticker pack, so I guess that was kind of worth it.
No.
You know how to do what to do. Email me info@angrysnowboarder.com and I'll get that in the mail to you. Can we just give some thoughts and prayers to Jacob Iverson? Thanks for keeping me entertained while I'm digging a trench in 100-degree heat. Have a great show. I'll be trying not to die. The good thing about digging a trench like that, it's essentially your own grave. So if you do collapse over, they can just push the dirt over you and then you're buried. Far easier cleanup. All right. We got Etten Mate. Hi. Battalion Cruiser Plus or the Jones Free Carver to replace the Battalion Carver. What do you say, TC?
Jones Free Carver all day. Stay away from the Cruiser. Stay away from it. I would say go with the Free Carver 6000 over the 9000 if you're looking to replace the Carver, just because that 9000 might be a little too stiff, a little too aggressive. But I mean, it's really all what you're looking for. What do you think, 6000 or 9000?
For the Cruiser Plus, I'd probably do the 6000. It's a little softer torsionally. 9000, but you're asking to replace a Carver. That's where the 9000 would really come in. But I don't know what happened with Battalion from last year's to this year's Cruisers, but it was just like TC and I both had bad experiences.
Yeah.
Not a good day riding those. Okay, so we got Dean. What makes the new force bindings better than the old ones? What do you say, TC?
I mean, it's totally like an upgraded binding. They don't have that cheap foam in the bottom anymore. They have those new bushings right underneath your foot. I mean, the straps are all upgraded to what you expect from a binding that's going to be that price point. Like the high back even looks better. I don't know. Is the high back stiffer, or I haven't ridden that one yet, but just from the feel of it.
I wouldn't necessarily say it's stiffer. I would just say it's about the same. It flexes a little more uniform with the whole binding. It kind of matches up to the flex of that binding. The big thing was just like it felt better underfoot. Like it just felt more damp. And you were a guy that you owned forces for a while.
Yeah.
So, coming from that. So, yeah. Let's see. All right. And we got Tibby TT. What's your view on the new Burton's step-on splitboard binding? Better application of the tech or just another way to encourage kooks into the backcountry and cause more risk? I just have a feeling those boots are going to disintegrate faster than a regular boot. I mean, the good thing is if you were buried in an avalanche in the backcountry and you had to self-extricate or something, you could pop those off quicker than a strap binding for sure. But performance-wise, I'm not trusting that. I think those boots aren't going to last. So
no,
that's me on that one.
You'll be definitely replacing your boots more, but your split or your step-on customer, client, whatever you want to call them, kook, I don't know. But they're not really getting in the backcountry. They want to get in and out real quick. They have no business back there. They have no business trying to step in to something on a cornice or anything like that. And I mean, they're probably not going to be hiking up. Let's be real here. If they can't reach down and do 2 ratchets that take a total of 2 minutes or 2 seconds, you're not going to want to adjust your bindings, take them off, put them back on, all that shit. I don't know what they're thinking. I think it's a money grab to be hey, you should try this. It's it's not that big of a deal to swap your bindings and all of that.
Right. Well, that's the whole thing. I think it's just their way of trying to be look, and it's no, go away. We didn't ask for it. Nobody wanted it. TC, this one's for you. From Ty King. Ooh, TC got a new light bulb. Got a whole new background. He's in a new house.
New house back in
time
Colorado.
Zone.
New time zone. Oh, it feels good to be back in this time zone.
Right. Just in case anyone didn't see, TC's headline is Minnesota expat. He escaped. All right. Okay. Got a super chat from our boy Billy Ray Valentine. Rest in peace, L Stackers Adventures. RIP. My new actions came today. So did I several times, but I've had a vasectomy. Bunkhouse sucks. River dip. That is an aggressive amount of stuff there, sir. That's an aggressive amount. So, Damn, you could have won the victory lap. You got the coming soon, which we eventually, well, from the sounds of it, you've been coming all day. But okay. Let's see. All right. Brian P., do you know if the Patmore Arbor board is made without their uprise fenders? It says system camber, but doesn't mention them. So the Candle, I don't believe has uprise fenders from when I looked at it, right?
I don't believe it does.
Yeah.
I think they want to make that one specifically for him, be a little bit more aggressive, like Patmore likes, like where they.
That board is stiff, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, very, very stiff. All right, we got super chat from Bubble Skunker. TC dug under the Dillon Amphitheater fence for pretty lights.
I actually don't listen to
fence to break in to see pretty lights.
No, I don't listen to Pretty Lights.
Me either.
I didn't even know who they
were.
Pretty
Lights was like a 5-piece band with synthesizers, and then I found out it was one dude with a laptop, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
I didn't even know. Everybody's like, Pretty Lights is coming back. I was like, I don't know what that is. And then I heard one of the songs. I was like, oh, okay, I know that. I'm not really into it. Like, everybody was pissed that it sold out right away. I was like, oh, that's a bummer. It's tough that
I bought us tickets for Wu-Tang at the amphitheater.
That would be sick. We might have to dig under for. That's all right. Method Man? No Method Man either?
No. And you got ODB's son pretending to be ODB. Except
he sounds like him.
He
sounds
looks like him.
Yeah.
It's like, Jesus.
Well, it looks like he showered.
He's definitely not getting his government benefits.
No.
So, but yeah, so no, TC did not dig under the Lake Dillon Amphitheater fence. I got to give those Wooks credit because, like, that fence goes down like this deep. So, well, you won yourself a small sticker pack too, sir. So be sure to email me, info@angrysnowboarder.com, and I'll get that in the mail to you. But yeah, neither TC or I dug under the fence to get in the Dillon Amphitheater. And I don't even know why they dug into it. I was talking to one of my friends, and he goes, dude, I watched this guy spun out on K come running across the parking lot, which first I was like, how did he run while he was on K? And two, this had to be the most active, like, Wook ninja isms I've ever heard of. But he said he ran across, foot planted off of a Wook, planted on the side of the fence, and somehow pulled himself over and did like a flip into the amphitheater, landed, security saw him. He ran in the middle, threw his drug rug off, and just kept going. And I was like, I'm not even mad at that. I'm more impressed that he took the initiative, but I'm still trying to figure out how he ran while he was on ketamine.
There might have been a little crack sprinkled in on that one. That sounds like some crackhead moves right there.
All right. JP, is there a big difference between the Battalion Evil Twin and the Fun Kink? Directional Twin, True Twin, Evil Twin is a little stiffer than the Fun Kink, although they did stiffen up the Fun Kink. Did you ride the Fun Kink this year?
No.
Okay.
I didn't. I rode the Evil
That
Twin.
was one I did. We rode so much stuff I can't remember. Okay. Richard Greenhall, Roam Agent or Freaker, what are the big differences? Big up, you guys. Well, the big one's the shape on each one. The Freaker is way more directional than because the Agent's True Twin, and it has the double kick nose and tail. The other thing is the Freaker is noticeably stiffer, and it's got more spring out of the tail and less out of the nose. You got anything to add to that, TC?
No, that was perfect, I think.
All right. I'm going to let you take this one because I don't answer these questions. From Maxwell Hacks. Jones Hovercraft or Jones Solution for split boarding around Colorado? I don't split board.
I would probably, it depends on the kind of split boarding you're doing, but you can't go wrong with the Solution just because that is like Jeremy Jones' like brainchild for split boarding. You pretty much take that one in any condition from like good deep pow to like just chopped up icy shit that you're like, well, we're getting out there today. Where the hovercraft is going to be a little bit more based, I would say, for those like deep pow days that not super, super technical, steep, deep terrain where that Jones Solution is going to be able to handle that like straight up and down terrain and still have a good edge grip on it while giving you a nice surface area to climb with as well. So it really depends on the terrain you plan on riding, but probably I would say if like you're going for more universal, go with the Solution. It's a great board.
All right. And we got this one from Daniel Shin. What do you think of the Rome National? They discontinued it for this year. It's gone. It's not in the line. We got this super chat from Etten. We'll give him a spin. And remember to join Angry Snowboarder VIP. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Oh, got one here from Daffy Drunk. Thinking about the leftover Signal Sierra 163, under $250 all in. It's a 25.5 waist. Would it work for me? 6'2", 195 pounds, size 11 boots, 22-inch stance. And I got a really weird angle in my dangle cheers. Oh, well, I didn't need to know about that, but okay. It'll work. Here's the thing. You're looking at waist. You're not looking at insert width, and that board gets, the inserts, that board does get wider at the inserts in there, unless you've got a crazy chunky size 11, like a 32 or a deluxe or something like that. Most stuff tends to run a little bit smaller. So that might be a good option, especially at 250. That board rips. Like, I love that board. Like, it actually really, really rips. It's super, super solid. And at 250, you can't go wrong. Have you ever been on that one, TC?
I haven't. I actually haven't ridden a Signal since I used to ride like Buck Hill. So it's been 13 years probably.
Oh, damn.
Maybe more than that, actually. Now that I think about it, it's been like 15.
I think we're going to have to rectify that one then. Going to have to reach out to them, get some stuff for you to ride. So, yeah. Pet your local lifty or TC. We'll let you pet TC too.
Yeah, if you come to the ride day, you can pet me once.
What? Only once? Is that once per person or just once per day?
Once per person. Otherwise, you got to.
So if 100 people show up to the ride day, you're okay with getting petted 100 times,
as long as it's not at the same time.
I'm envisioning just a whole group of them grabbing you. You're just gonna get groped. It's the group grope on TC.
Yeah.
You only live once, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to let you pronounce this person's name.
Okay. What do we got here? Nekataros? Papa Dimitriou? Yeah, I'm going to go with that.
Okay.
Neck for short.
Yeah. What's his
All
question?
Right. I own a jackpot, wanted to upgrade to a ride Super Pig. Do you think that's a good board overall? Yeah, I think it's a good board overall. It's definitely different board than the jackpot for sure, but yeah, it wouldn't be a bad compliment for it though.
Yeah, I mean, as long as you're not looking to replace what the jackpot does, because you're going from a true twin to a full directional.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they fill two separate voids, but they're both very good boards.
Yeah. I mean, you're not, if you're, don't try to replace it with it, but complement it with it, I'd say.
Yeah, so I can't go wrong with that. All right, we got this one from HG. Hi, Angry. Interested in the ride Deepfake. Might be able to get a deal on a 59. Too large for a 165-pound size 9 boot. I mean, it's doable. It depends on the type of snow. If you're riding like heavier, crustier snow, for sure, that's perfect size. But if you're riding lighter weight snow and flatter angle, that's a little overkill in my opinion. If you're looking to charge with it and really use it more like a free ride power board, for sure. But if you're trying to use it more all mountain versatile, a little bit big, I think, because the next size down is 56, I think. So
yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah, because I think there's a 57 wide, but you don't need that, and I think it's 56. Yeah. So yeah. that's a little bit much right there. So, okay, let's see what else we got here. Steven Evison. Yo, have either of you been on the 2024 Nitro Team Pro Marcus Cleveland? No, I didn't. They didn't even send that to us, did they? I don't think so. No. And typically with Nitro, when they have like a pro and it's a pro model board and it's like already in their lineup, it's just a different graphic. It's not usually anything different. So but I don't even remember seeing that in the catalog. Like that might have been one of their early release or something. I'm trying to remember.
I'm pretty sure it's just the Beast with Marcus Cleveland's graphic on it.
No, because the Beast is still a separate model. So like
the
Team Pro is the beefed up version of the team, and I think now they've made it Marcus's pro model.
Okay, because he used to ride the Beast.
Yes,
and then I thought they would just take that and call it his pro model, and then just give him a whole different thing, and I don't know.
Yeah. All right. Well, we'll take this one from Orion. Need recommendations for a beginner-ish, directional-ish, twinish board. Brothers College Bud needs a board. Cheaper the better. Nidecker score.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Either
100%.
that or go pick up last year's Rome Warden. They're doing 30%. Rome's doing 30% on their website right now. If you can find a Warden for them, that's another good option. But I think those two would definitely you'd be solid with that, like going that route. So,
I mean, you could also, I was gonna say a ray gun pop because I'm sure there's a bunch of those out there.
Oh, dude, they're blowing those out for sure.
Yeah, like under $200. I think I saw at Evo, maybe 200. But
well, the other thing is Christie Sports will be having their Powder Days sale starting next week, and they're going to have 60% off stuff. And I've already been checking their website. They were giving away some. Another place to check out, Darkside Vermont is having their Floodlow board sale from when one of their locations got flooded. So you might get a board covered in mud, but it's like brand new. But they were blowing stuff out for like $150 to $200. So that's another good one to check out. Probably get yourself a screaming deal there too.
Little base cleaner, a little fresh edge on it. You'll be all good to go. Brand new.
I'm just going to pee on it. It's like a stingray bite. All right. We got MJV14. What are some reasons for pre-order, especially for boards and bindings? Was not expecting my board until October, but just notified that it has already arrived. The big thing is you've locked it in then for yourself before the rest of the world can get at it. And so you basically secured that you'll have it, so you don't have to fight the masses, especially if it's something that's going to sell out. There's that. And it's just a peace of mind knowing that you're like, well, I've got it. I don't have to worry about it. Yeah, stuff got in early. It also kind of like helps if there are any shipping delays or demand changes and stuff. Like if a lot of companies have shipping delays, people tend to go with what's readily available. And with what's readily available, sometimes it would be something that you want. And if you have it at least locked down, when it shows up, you've got it. Because like there'll be the people that take what's readily available, and there's the people that are just like going to spring on it when it just shows up too. Yeah. So you got anything to add to that one?
No, I mean, you hit the main points on the head right there.
All right. We got a super chat from Joe Gunn. About to unload on your affiliate links next week. We need money coming in, people. We do need money coming in. Yesterday was a very big commission day on the affiliate sales. I made 54 cents.
Love that.
I can officially hire TC for about 22 seconds with that. But yeah, I mean, if you guys want to support us, the affiliate links are always in the descriptions of the videos. You guys clicking them, buying through those when you're buying online, that helps us. It doesn't cost you anything else. Actually, if anything, I tend to try to find the discounted stuff and put that in there where I can too. So you got that going for you. But thanks for giving us a shout out. Thanks for shopping with those, Joe. Let's give you a spin. Remember to subscribe. And we're going to give Abraham Cavalcanti a spin here as well. local lifty or TC. All right. We got a question here from Josiah Bartle. Do you have any info on Stranda? I hadn't heard of them till today. Give me 1 second. Where is it? I've got one here. So Strand has been around for a while. It's owned by a guy named Mats. They're European, like carvy cruiser type boards. Real solid quality. Every time I've gotten on one, I've really enjoyed what they actually put out, and each one has its own refined purpose. So this is the Baru, super awesome directional POW board, or party board, POW party board, if you will. So you got that setback camber. It's really easy to engage. It carves well, good dampening. The problem is finding them in the U.S. is going to be super tough, but I like the way that he does his shaping and his theories on stuff. So Strand is a super solid company. Really wish we'd gotten to ride more of their stuff. You've never been on one, have you, TC?
No. No, I got to get into that more of European stuff.
Yeah. Okay. We got one here from Slushy Shredder. What binding are you pairing with the Spring Break Resort Twin? Thanks for all that you do. What are you putting on that, TC?
I mean, Estrada would be great on there, or I mean, the new Force would be awesome just because it's a great binding for anything. If I'm going outside of Union, I'm probably going with a pair of possibly the Blasters by Battalion, just because I think the Astro might be a little stiff for it, but definitely go ASIM on that one.
Well, I would do the Astro ASIM.
You think?
The Astro full rep. Yeah, the Astro ASIM will have enough give. But if you want something a little softer, maybe bump down to a Katana from Rome. That would be good. I'd even look at like possibly putting a Ride C8 or a bent metal action on there as well. With that action, you at least get the unibody in there and it kind of matches up to it. So, yeah. All right. Well, let's take this next one from Suck a Fart Out of My Ass, which is a statement I have said many times. How many snowboards can I own before I need to seek counseling for my snowboard addiction? What's your number, TC?
I mean, it depends. You could be a collector, and that's not an addiction then.
That's true. There's a fine line between collector and hoarder.
That's true.
You gotta make that distinction. Like a collector will show the boards off. They'll have them hanging up. Maybe they bust them out every now and then and they ride them. You know, a hoarder for some reason keeps them in board boxes under their bed and never takes them out except when they need to freaking make a bail payment.
I would say I mean, if you have a problem, probably about 42 is the over on that one. You go over 42. 42.
I feel like you have a problem after 5.
You think? And I have a problem.
No, you work for Snowboard Media. We're different. There's an excuse for why we have stuff.
I'm going high number. I don't want to make people feel bad about that one because, you know, it's fun, especially when you have friends come over and they're like, what the fuck, dude? Like, and you're like, I got something for everything. You show them off every time your friends come over. You hide them when your parents come over, that sort of thing, because they think you'll have a problem right away.
Yeah, well, you get to decorate a whole new room when you move to the new location. So we can actually put board hangers up and like literally let you show off everything. Because pretty soon TC's not going to be in the wine cellar next. I don't even know. Is that like a counter next to you or a half wall?
This is like a half wall right now. If it goes over, there's my stairs to walk into the house. Otherwise, I think you might be able to see a little snowboard. No, I got snowboards hanging on the wall down there for it, but can't see them really.
Yeah, so we'll be able to show off TC's in a couple weeks when he moves to the new location. All right. We got a super chat. Pet and Spray TC opening day. You're getting groped and sprayed. Are you okay with that?
Yeah, I'll just wear Gore-Tex the first day to stay dry. Maybe puppy so you can't get a good grab either if you're going to try to grope.
Oh, man. No, pet your local lifty. Pet them instead of TC. All right. We got another super chat from Francois Seguin. What would have the same kind of cut shape as a Burton jacket and pants? Have Burton Gore-Tex, not AK, because F Burton. Oh, and spin for slim. Oh, so if it's the non-Gore-Tex stuff from Burton, some of the 686 should have a similar cut. Some of the Volcom, some of the L1, maybe some of the Dakine stuff as well. But not it. Like I think with 686, it would be some of the 3L maybe.
Yeah. Yeah, it would be some of the 3L. You just have to look for the right cut of it. If it's not the AK stuff, because the AK stuff is going to be more articulated. So you would be looking at like the bigger cuts by Volcom and that sort of thing. Otherwise, Jones as well is a little bit bigger in the chest area. So you could look at that as well. But yeah, their jackets are a little bigger in the chest. Not as much. You like get pretty much no insulation in it, but I like to pretty much layer up underneath as opposed to have like an insulated jacket. So I can always take that off.
I want some weight on my jacket.
That's fair.
Yeah, it's what I grew up with. So.
Yeah.
All right. Oh, Francois, you won yourself a small sticker pack. So make sure you email me info@angrysnowboarder, and I will get that in the mail to you. Which I've got to get last week's or Sunday night stuff out too. I haven't done that yet. Okay. Let's see. From Alpha Kilo, do you guys have any travel plans this year? Checking out any new mountains? It's not out of the works yet. It's a budget issue. Because it's either I pay TC and he's able to eat, or I take TC on a trip and I feed him, but then he can't pay his bills. It's like it's one or the other here. I do know we will definitely be traveling around Colorado. Like we're gonna have our Thirsty Thursday meetups at Ski Cooper. We're working on that. We're gonna do something at Copper, probably something at Steamboat. Maybe do something down at Sunlight or something like that. Or Powderhorn on the other side of the state. What, you don't want to go to Sunlight?
I love Sunlight. The Sunlight's the shit. Sunlight's like straight out of the 70s. They got like a great bar area there. And like that hasn't been redone in forever, so all the wood's uneven. That place is awesome. They got kids just sledding into fences. There's the slowest.
Well, so does Copper, but they die.
Well, yeah. These kids aren't dying. They're just getting rattled around a little bit. Yeah, Sunlight's awesome though. Like they have the chairlifts are so slow. You can smoke a doobie and make a cocktail and finish the cocktail. Like they're slow ass chairlifts, but there's some sweet terrain there, especially after it snows.
Yeah, and then there's a possibility we might do something in Utah. We might go to Utah. I want to get out and go to Pau Mau. TC's never been to Utah to shred, so
I really want to get to Brighton.
Yeah. Well, if we go, obviously we're going to go do Brighton Solitude, but I want to go to Pau Mau as well. So do that. Okay. All right. Well, this one is basically for you from Andrew Lewis. What's up, Averin and TC? Ordered a 24 Kazu after TC was hyping it up a couple streams ago. Excited to get Sendy. Looking for some binding recommendations. Thinking the normal Atlas, but I'm open to other brands also. So what do you have for him?
Atlas is a good choice. Otherwise, I would say Jones Mercury would be my next choice. And then, what are we thinking here then for the last time? I mean, like a C9 would be really good for it as well by Ride. I think that would be good. You could go C8 if you wanted, but I like the 9s a little better, a little bit more cushion on the ankle strap for me. But those would be what I would say. Like Mercury would probably be my number one, then go Atlas, then C9.
Yeah, I think like I would look at the Battalion Astro full wrap, a Rome Cleaver, or even a Bent Metal Core Pro for that board. So you got a bunch of options there, but you couldn't go wrong with any of those for that deck. All right. Okay, we'll take this one from web number 11. Hey, Angry, looking at pulling the trigger on the new Huck Knife Pro and wondered what you thought of the new version compared to last year's. I love it. I think it's better. It rides so much better with that new geometry and the tip and the tail. It pops better. It presses better. It's just a better park board. I mean, if you really like hitting bigger features and stuff, it's a solid option. Okay, we'll take this one from DeBarros. I'm 230 pounds, 6 foot, size 12 boot. Do you think the Capita Megadeth 161 wide would be too big for me? No. I think that's like your ideal for that. I think you're absolutely solid with that. Okay. What about you? You think that's too big for him?
I think that's perfect. If he wants that aggressive ride, yeah, 100%.
And it's not even that aggressive. The regular Black Snowboard to Death is more aggressive. It's more lively than anything. It's very reactive. So, all right. JNack17, which shops give you the best affiliate commissions? Right now, it's Christie Sports, and then Buckman's, then Evo. Gravity Coalition's actually better. So technically, it's Christie's, Gravity Coalition, Berg's. I don't know. Any of the ones that are listed in the description all pay out. So it's pretty solid. All right. We got a super chat from Abraham Cavalcanti. I'm riding a Captain Mercury for the last 3 years, looking for a park board. What would you recommend? Party Mod from Rome, the S Dicey, the Rome Artifact Pro, or the Agent? We kind of all over the board there. So the Party Mod's going to be flat to rocker. It's going to be a little loose in there. If that's what you're looking for, not a bad option. Dicey's cam rocker, a little bit softer. Artifact Pro, mostly camber. Same thing with the Agent. The Artifact Pro and the Agent kind of overlap each other in there. Coming up from a Mercury, I think your best bet would probably be that Agent. What do you think, TC?
Yeah, probably the Agent. If you're trying to match that stiffness, go for those similar qualities. I had a blast on the Dicey when I rode it, but that's only if you're looking for like that softer park board where you're hitting medium line and below and then like jibbing your face off pretty much. Then I would say go Dicey, but otherwise the Agent, like if you're looking to hit everything equally, probably go with that one.
All right. Where are we going with it? Remember to subscribe, people. All right. Well, we got this one from JP. Got gifted some Burton Mission bindings a while ago. Would they pair well with the K2 Party Platter, or should I look to switch up bindings soon? If you're on a budget, they'll work. They're a little underperforming for that board, in my opinion. It's kind of just a meh binding. I mean, I'm not overly impressed with it. What say you, TC?
I mean, they'll get you through the year, but I would definitely recommend probably getting something a little bit better for that board. But I don't know, probably something with better tech, honestly, just because, I mean, if it's an old Burton Mission, it's really lacking in tech, and then it really hasn't changed like too much in the past 3 years, I would say. So like there are so many better bindings out there that will match your board a little bit better. Like, I mean, if you were going to stick with Burton, go with the Cartel. Like, but I would say go with like the is it the K2 Bond or
Edition?
No, the Edition.
Even a Formula.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like especially now, if you're looking to save money, you could definitely find like some solid bindings that are going to be pretty cheap. You can even go with like a Ride C6, and I know those are out there. Like that would be awesome.
Yeah, C6 would be a solid matchup in my opinion.
Yeah, and I think they're like 180 now, maybe even cheaper than that. Like with the new sales coming up.
Yeah, I mean, well, like we said earlier, Christie Sports Powder Days sale, their website is ass for finding things. I'm not going to lie, but if you're willing to put in a little work, I mean, they're going to be blowing stuff out on there. So we got Jared Bryce with the super chat. Hitchhiker's Guide reference, TC?
Not this year, that's for sure. But that would actually be, wait, what? Hitchhiker's Guide?
Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy? No.
Don't read it.
Good old Douglas Adams. Remember to subscribe. All right. Got another one here from Joe Gunn. Should I get the new Union Force or the Battalion Astro ASIM for last year's Capita Navigator? I would personally go with the Astro ASIM over the Force for that board because you get that lateral play from the ASIM wrap, but you're going to get better dampening underfoot, which will match up with that cork inlay top sheet that they have. So if you get into really choppy shit, you're not going to take as much of a hammering. Like, what do you think?
Yeah, I mean, that's pretty astute, I would say. The Astros are great binding, and the Navigator's gonna definitely, or the Astro is gonna be just enough for you, I would say, where you still get that play tip to tail, just like you do with the Navigator. Need a sip of coffee. I'm getting tired.
Yeah, TC drove from Minnesota yesterday. Got in at 1 a.m. today.
Yeah. Bear with me here.
This one's for you. You need to read this.
All right. So I got Steven Evanson. TC, seen as angry pulled 2 vids of you eating the white rug. Have you managed to locate any of angry you want to share? I haven't. I have them all up in my head, though. I've only seen him fall like a handful of times probably in all the years I've known him. But the first time I actually met him, good story here, we were riding like a deep pow day in Steamboat, and the whole day he's just giving me shit nonstop. And we're both coming to a head, like coming out of where were we? We were off of Pony Express and Steamboat, and we just clipped heel and toe, and it just sent me straight into like a tree. I fall over, and he's like, "That's what you get for trying to snake my line," and just kept going. I was like, "Son of a bitch!" And I was like, "This guy hates me," and everybody else is like, "Nah, if he's giving you shit, he likes you." I'm like, "Okay, like I don't think so."
yeah. He hates me. Then the next time I came up, I gave you a set of C10 or A10s.
Yeah.
I was like, "Oh, hey, I got some bindings for you. You can just have them." Yeah. What?
I will never forget that. We just went boom, and then it was just like bounced off. I was like, "We're good." And I looked up, just smoked a tree, and it was like,
oh. Yeah, he like hits a tree, and I'm just like over here just doing my thing, like nothing happened.
Yeah, he's got a solid 50 pounds on me, and there's no way I was winning that battle.
We weren't winning that one. I still think back to that one time when we hit that gnarly ass side hit, and I like had to gap over that rock, and I was on the Storm Wolf that one time. Yes. I came up, and it was like the most wooed out side hit, and everyone's like, "We didn't know where you were going." I was like, "I thought I was going to kill TC. I thought I was about to land on him." That thing took me to the moon. I at one point looked down. I'm like, I have to be like 15 feet in the air, and there's a rock, and there's TC. One of these is getting hit.
It might have been the same day, actually.
Might have been. That was a pow day, and I was cooked at the end of the day.
Yeah, that was with Colin and Trav, I think.
Yeah,
I think that was the same day. Bernie might have been there too, actually.
Yeah, he was, because I think he was filming because you guys were hitting that log jib.
Yep, with my buddy Yvonne. Yep. Yeah.
All right, we'll take this one from Wesley Merkel. I have pretty flat feet and no specific issues with my boots, Burton rulers. Are aftermarket insoles still worth giving a shot? I mean, if you're not having issues, you're probably fine, but never hurts to have a little more support in there and dampening. I mean,
yeah,
you know,
I mean, just get ones with
you can get ones that are flat that'll match up. So
yeah.
All right, we got a super chat from Adnan Fezlik. What happened to Battalion's Thunder? $100 cheaper than last year's model. So they moved. Well, like the Thunder's gone for this upcoming season. It's just it became the Thunderstorm. So it's the Thunderbolt, the Thunder, and the Women's Storm, and it just becomes this unisex snowboard that has a gender identity crisis and in there. But I think what they're trying to do is just blow out what they have left, and I think they did something to it. I can't remember off the top of my head. Do you know?
I don't know off the top of my head. I want to say they. No, I'm not going to say it without for sure knowing because I don't want somebody to take that one.
Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with it. Like, I want to say that they changed the base on it, but I could be wrong. So. Ooh, eat your pocket bacon. Did you have any pocket bacon today?
Not today. I had pocket bacon and sausage yesterday, though, for the drive. Yeah.
Nice. We got one from Alpine Ibex. Angry TC, do you wear AirPods while riding or stick with wired earphones? I love the convenience of wireless earphones, but lost a pair last season due to a bad edge catch at high speed. You're an AirPod guy.
Mm-hmm.
My shit is wired all the time. Mainly because I know I would lose AirPods and then my dog would eat it. And then I'd be like listening to music from her stomach and I'd be like, God damn it, that's going to be expensive.
Yeah, now I wear those only though when I have my ninja suit on and then I put my face mask over it. So it like face mask up here comes down and it covers the AirPods. So even if I get absolutely wrecked, I'll lose my goggles, but my pods will still be in. Otherwise, if it's a day when I'm just going like ball cap, I'm not going to wear AirPods or anything.
Okay, Ben Donaldson. Speaking of collecting, just got a LibTech Birdman that's never been mounted. 170 centimeter, huge, massive floaty nose. Any thoughts on bindings for it? Not going to ride it a lot, but definitely on deeper days. Oh, man, you should take that thing out on a groomer day. It'll teach you a thing or two. It's amazing when people ride big boards. You learn how bad your habits are and how to correct them when you're riding something that's that big. But as far as binding goes with that, I'd slap like some Union Atlas, maybe like a bent metal Core Pro or a Transfer, K2 edition or a Bond. Bond's a little stiffer. Ride C8 or 9, depending what you want. I mean, you got anything you want to add to that?
I mean, maybe an Apollo, honestly. Apollo or a Mercury, depending on how big you are compared to the board, really. But like, yeah, you're gonna definitely want something that's gonna be stiffer, just to be able to account for that huge ass like effective edge.
Okay. We got a super chat from our boy Billy Ray Valentine. 219.24 to Sunlight. 222.24 Ski Cooper. Meetups with your boy and our moderator Billy Ray Valentine. RIP L Stackers Adventures. Rest in peace. You can always pet TC. Boy, David really wants people to come ride with him. He's so lonely. He's so lonely. Support your local shop, people. Okay. Nick Larson, if you could pick any resort on the Icon Pass to make a 3-day trip to, where would you go? What do you got?
Anyone? I mean, Steamboat's my favorite. 3 days is enough there, I would say. Otherwise, maybe Brighton. I haven't been to Brighton, but from everything I hear, that place is amazing.
One day at Brighton, you've hit everything.
Oh, really?
Yeah, unless they're getting fresh snow or it hasn't gotten tracked out. Like the cool thing is you do have that gate to Solitude, so you could link back and forth, but realistically, like you want to go someplace a little bit bigger. Personally, I'd go to Aspen because you get 4 resorts for the bang of 1, so you can pick and choose your battles there. So there's that for me, but that would kind of be where I would think to go because you get a little bit of everything.
Yeah, and I mean, especially on like some of the resorts at Aspen, there's nobody there. Like we went and they're like, it's busy today, and it was like, what do you mean it's busy? There's 5 people on this lift total, and they're like, yeah, it's just busy. Like, what, dude?
I've encountered when they call it a busy day, and I was at Snowmass and it was with my friend Mark, and we were smashing this ridge line of POW, and they're like, it's just so busy, and I was like, where? I see these people hiking, and I see where they're going, and I don't want to go there. Right here is all this untracked POW. They're hiking all the way up there, and they were getting all pissed at us because like we were spraying so hard because like the hike was here and the ridge was here, and we were just blasting them on the way down. And I was like, oh, it sucks to suck. Okay. Suck a fart out of my ass asks, thoughts on Grand Targhee. Everyone in my town swears it's the best mountain around here, East Idaho. I love Targhee. Targhee is fun. I have had some good times at Targhee. Like, Targhee is a different world for sure. But I remember one of the last times I went there, I think they'd reported 9 inches overnight and another 6 to 9 between like when they ski patrol got there and they actually opened the resort, and then it snowed all day and it was refilling, and I was just smashing pow, and it was awesome. So, have you been to Targhee?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we need to go.
We got to get out Targhee.
All right. Defi Drunk with the super chat. Okay, probably C8s for my future Signal Sierra, but what about the now pilots? What's up with those? Any good? Cheers. They're a middle of the road, like, well, maybe slightly softer than middle of the road now. Binding, you get skate tech in it. Wouldn't be my first choice if you were doing Sierras. I'd bump up to a Select Pro or go to a Jones Mercury instead. But I mean, if you're on a budget and you have to, they'll get done in a pinch. They are a little tighter in the heel cup.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do you think, TC?
I mean, it's definitely not comparable to the C8. I would say they're like in two totally different ballparks. It's a solid binding for sure, especially if you want to try out skate tech and see if you actually like it. But for the most part, I mean, yeah, like you said, or even I would think about possibly going for like a drive by now instead, just to give it that little bit more stiffness to kind of match up to go against the C8, I would say.
You mean the new drive, not the old drive?
New, yes, the new drive.
The 2024 drive.
Yes.
Because the 2023 drive is stiffer than that because they merged the O drive and drive and made 3 drives out of it. So there's the drive, drive pro, drive CX.
Mm-hmm.
So just, companies over here confusing you. So, all right. Give you a spin. Oop, spin again. All right. Well, you won yourself a small sticker pack. So be sure to email me, info@angrysnowboarder, and I'll get that in the mail. And we got this other question here from C. Kells. Should I go with the 159 or 161 for the S? Pick your line on Ink DCP. Riding out in here in Colorado. 215 pound, size 10 boots, and 6'3". Thanks. You could do either. In all honesty, if you're riding more trees and flatter angle stuff, the 59 will be a little better, a little more maneuverable. But I think honestly, you probably want the 61. So, I think that'll give you more float when you get in the steeper stuff, a little bit better edge hold at speeds. You got the weight for either of them, and it is a little bit wider, so you can kind of downsize on it. What do you think?
I would probably go with the 61 just because you are 6'3", 215. You do have that higher like leverage point. So when you do lean over it, you can still flex it pretty easy, I think, where 59 might be a little small. I rode the 59 and it felt perfect for me, but you got, like 50 pounds on me?
Yeah, so I think I rode the 61 and thought it was amazing. I either got a 59 or a 61, but I think it was the 61.
Yeah, I would say 61 if you're definitely like riding Colorado all the time. That'll probably be the better versatile board for you. Where I don't think it'll be too hard if you want to like take it to the park or anything to like get that thing around on spins. But I think it'd just be a little bit better of an experience for you on the 61.
All right, we're gonna take this super chat from Jared Bryce. I meant when you said 42 boards was too many. For a Capita DOA, what Rome bindings would work best? Thanks, guys. Spray them all. If you're doing Rome and the DOA, I would probably do a Vice. I think that's the solid matchup on there. You could do a DOD, but I think that's going to be a little too stiff laterally. I think going to the Vice would be what you ideally want. I mean, you got anything to add? No, their line is extensive of bindings, though.
Yeah.
Like, I rode like 10 pairs of their bindings this year. It's ridiculous. Let's see. Okay, what do we got here? Eat your pocket bacon. All right, and we got Beziums. Had pocket bacon on the mountain today. It's a must-have. Totally concur. But the secret is you get the maple sugar or the maple sugar and pepper, and you sprinkle it on it when you're baking. Because I bake my thick cut bacon because that way it gets nice and straight, and you don't have to fry it and deal with that shit. and then you get maple bacon out of it. I need to make you some, don't I? Because I haven't made you any, have I, TC?
No.
I need to do that.
That'd be good. Need some of those too.
Yeah, right? Oh, well, all right. The man won himself a small sticker pack, but he's coming up to pick up his mystery board, so I'll make sure to just give him a ton of stickers. Still hasn't picked that thing up. It's okay. This weekend, next week, I can't remember. He's coming soon. Okay. And Peter WA, Angry TC, do you think the Battalion Astro ASIM will pair well with the Nitro Team Pro or the K2 Hypnotist? Not a doubt in my mind. I think that'd be a solid binding choice for either of those boards.
Mm-hmm. I mean, you could even go just the full wrap if you wanted, but I think if you're looking to keep it definitely more parky and ride everything with it, probably the ASIM would be the better choice, I would think.
Yeah. Okay, what do we got here? Let's see. Ooh, here we go. From WBG 152, softer flex free ride board that's camber dominant with magna traction / edge tech. Rosnell, you probably want to go with like, you could do the one, even though that's kind of all mountain freestyle, but even, what's that other one that they have? It's not the Juggernaut. God, what the fuck is it? Rosnell would be that way. Like, even the Libtech Rasman isn't that stiff. Jones Frontier, there's one too. So you got anything for that list?
I'm trying to think what's gonna have its own, because you already covered the Jones Frontier.
Right. I'm trying to think.
What was it the Yes Hybrid possibly?
Yeah, I mean, it's
I
got
wouldn't say to
added
pick your line.
contact
That's
points.
just...
You could do like an Arbor Element or even a Coda if you wanted to.
I would probably say the Coda over the Element.
Yeah, well, yeah, I would go with the Coda. It's got the better base on
Yeah.
it, and I think it's got a better side cut too.
Yeah, I'm trying to think what else has their own version of that we haven't covered. Yeah, I think that's a good option.
I see you could do like a Telos like DST because it's got those added contact points underfoot.
You could, yeah, I forgot about those added contact points.
Yeah, that one's there, but it's got those super spatula tips with the rocker. So, but that helps make it a little more soft and playful. All right. Well, we got this super chat from Kevin. Burton Cartel versus Battalion Astrofeel spray skiers. The Cartel is going to feel softer than the Astro just because the Astro has metal in it, and the Astro is going to be more damp because of the foot pad in it. Plus, like I said, it's got that aluminum heel cup. So that's going to kind of change everything in there too. Plus, you got the choice of ASIM or full wrap. Mm-hmm. So you got anything to add to that?
Straps. The Astro straps, I would say, are definitely going to be better than the Cartel. They're going to fit your boot much better. If you don't have a Burton boot, the Cartel ones don't always fit well. Where the Astro straps, or pretty much any Battalion strap, is just going to mold so well to your ankle and to your toe, and then just provide good support without like crushing anything, I would say, where you can get that. What I felt, especially on the Burtons, huge wide on the inside and outside of your ankle, and then it gets really skinny in between, like especially after you've ridden it, where it just kind of compresses on itself and it creates one little point on your ankle that you're like, okay, like I can ride with it. Is it the most comfortable? No. Where the Astro, it's just a huge wrap and it just spreads out across and distributes that weight.
It's got an amazing heel strap.
Yeah.
All right, let's give Kevin a spin. Lose a turn. Well, unfortunately, you guys are getting a commercial though. So hold on to your horses.
Okay, guys, time for a product endorsement that we're actually paid for, which is a rarity around here because no one else wants to pay us for anything, contrary to popular belief. But we have no problem taking the money from CB Days. Why? Because we believe in their product. It helps us. I have a lot of ailments. I have arthritis. I have missing cartilage in my body. I probably shouldn't even be able to walk, let alone talk to you between the brain damage and the body damage. But here I am, promoting a product that I fully believe in, and that is the OG Muscle Gel. CB Days has been awesome. I have been using this for 2+ years. This is what helps me get through a really long season, and I ride typically 130 to 160 days a year. This changes everything. But you know what? I'm not the only one that's endorsing it. We got professional athletes, we got influencers, which those people really don't matter, and my mom. My mom fully endorses this. Are you at the shopping cart page on CB Days website? You getting ready to check out? Why don't you use code ANGRY20? Save yourself 20% on this and get yourself a really good deal. You know you want to. Trust me. Just trust me.
Whoa, we're back.
There we go.
Yeah, you guys got a commercial because we actually had a company actually pay us for once. And it's a product I literally use all the time.
Yeah,
like, this
that
shit
stuff
is such a
helped.
lifesaver. Like
It helped me so much.
Oh my god! So my mom's been going through some problems right now. She's got 3 discs in her neck that are fused, and her back was like so screwed up right now. And she was trying to get into PT, and I'd sent her some stuff because her knee and stuff were swelling up. And she goes, the nerve pain it wouldn't do anything for, but the muscular pain in her knee and her leg would just release for her. And for me, like my Achilles tendonitis and my knee tendonitis, it just helps so much. So, shout out to CB Days. Totally stoked on that. If you use the code ANGRY20 at checkout, you save yourself 20%. So, got that going on for us. But just so you guys know, we will never endorse a product we don't use or believe in. And I've had like 3 other CBD companies reach out to me and I've tried their stuff and I just don't like it. So, yeah. All right. We got a super chat from Anthony Hocking. PSA for everyone to go check out the moisture absorber in their storage closet. It's been a sweaty summer and you might have used more than you think. Yeah. Definitely don't want to get moisture in your shit. So eat your pocket bacon. Eat your pocket bacon. And then we've got this super chat from Chris Finkboner. So we're going to do that. All right. What do we got? Oh, loser. That was close to winning something, though. This one's for you, TC.
TY King. TC, do you have Pushy in the new house? No Pushy in the new house. No cats in the new house. Just my big dog. Just my big Rottweiler. Yep. Actually, he was sick last week, so he lost like 15 pounds, but he's putting it back on. So it's normally around 120 pounds.
Oh,
we'll get him on the
skinny
streets.
grip. Skinny grip.
Yeah. He was down to 105 when we took him to the vet. It was like, oh, he got small.
All right, we got another super chat from Beziums. If I had maple bacon, the moose would have charged me for it. I'll be coming that way next week, but I don't have a vasectomy. # spin for Slim. You guys keep spinning for him. He's going to show up. I mean, he's over in Tunguska or Tunisia or wherever. He'll show up when he gets cell service and can call. Lose a turn. All right. Let's see. Okay. We got Gerald. 30% off the Rome National or the new Yes Standard on Ink for resort cruising and side hits. Honestly, both. If you want to save money, get the National. It was such a good board when it was still in the Rome lineup, and I liked it. I do think the Standard on Ink is better for pow float, and I do think that it's got better edge hold.
Mm-hmm.
So,
yeah. It's got great pop too. So
yeah,
it's a great just do it all if that's what you're going to be your daily driving. I'd say for sure.
Yeah. All right. Nick Larson, is the Capita Megadeth $300 more board than the Black Snowboard Death? Was it's like 9 something for the price tag? So yes. So yeah, all right. And we got a super chat here from Kareem2K. Longo's Aeronaut or Renee's Renegade board. They both ride completely different. But if I had to choose one, I would choose the Aeronaut over the Renegade. The Renegade literally feels like a snowboard I rode probably in like 1998, only because it was all I had and I was forced to. Where the Aeronaut, I was like, woo, I'm going to send it to the moon and pretend I'm Arthur Longo. I got 5 feet of air off that 2-inch side hit. Besides, look at TC. Look at him. He looks like Arthur Longo. If I ride the board that looks like my co-host, I'll ride better than my co-host, right?
In theory, yeah.
Yeah. All right. We got Joe Jaskoviak. You coming back to Holiday Valley at all this year, Averin, and bringing TC with you? TC is not coming with me, but I should be in the old country around the 20th of December. I'm hoping to ride Holiday Valley on my birthday on the 21st with some of my good friends that I grew up with. I'm also going to leave one of the random angry drops there for people. So there will be something in there. And then I'm hanging out a little after Christmas. So if I am still around and I want to go shred, I might go shred and try to just do like meet up for pizza and wings at the depot. So if that happens, you guys are all more than welcome to swing by. I'll put something on the social medias. Okay. Correct. Can I eat CB days? They do make tinctures. Like, so you can always get this. This is the recovery tincture. So I've got to try this one out, but I've been using that muscle gel forever. And I think they've got honey gummies or something too. I know that if you sign up, they have some kind of giveaway for zinc lozenges or lip balm, I think, if you sign up to their email list. So yeah. All right. Let's see. Jason Evangelista with the super chat. Spray skiers. Who makes the promo alcohol boards? Everyone makes those. So for a while, like Labatt Blue, Olympia, Budweiser and stuff were K2. GNU did PBR for a while, but so did Capita with Spring Break. Let's see. Fireball was with some shit ass company that was doing cap construction. Let's see. Breck Brewery has a partnership with Never Summer, so that's crap. Coors, I think, did some stuff with Never Summers too, so that's crap. What else? A lot of them come from Gilson's doing a ton of them right now, so nobody wants that shit. Not even your wood chipper. Hell, their own factory didn't even want their own shit, so it burned itself to the ground. So, yeah.
And 805s with Capita, too. I think it's 805. It's out of California. Yeah, because we had one in the shop, and we were trying to figure out what it was because it's super stiff, like an outsider's flex, but it has the shape of none of their boards. So we were like trying to dissect it to figure out what it was.
I don't know. There's a bunch of like little factories that make some of that promo shit, and you're just like, oh my god, it's awful. I remember when Burton did the stuff for Sobe. That was kind of funny. Because I had a board in on warranty, and they called me up and they're like, hey, we don't have this in a replacement. We're going to send you this. And I remember it showed up and it was like a Sobe promotional. I was like, what is this shit? And it was like, one, this board is like $50 cheaper, and two, what the fuck? So, yeah. All right. Patrick Elsner. Any changes for Karua boards this season? Nothing that I'm aware of, like spec-wise and shape-wise. I heard that they were switching manufacturing, but they order such in bulk that, like, if they did, I don't think it would be the stuff that's out right now. So, yeah. All right. We'll take this one from Vinyl Richie. Have you tried the new Bank Country with the new tail? I have not. And supposedly they tweaked that mellow mag, directional mellow mag that they have too. So I need to get on that. Let's see. What else we got here? Well, Slushy Shredder. I have a PBR branded Libtech. I've rode the shit out of it. Makes for a great fuck it rock early season board. I mean, true story. True story. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, what do we got here from Arnold DeJong? What board would you recommend for a 7-year-old that has way surpassed his old man? He is doing rails, boxes, and some gnarly jumps. He's about 60 pounds. It honestly doesn't fucking matter. Put him on a twin tip and just understand he's going to destroy it. Like maybe a Children of the Nar from Capita, or what is it, the Mini Agent or whatever it is from Rome, like something like that. You know, it's not going to.
Oh, he cut out. I would say also, I would probably add, they have the Prodigy by Jones. Okay. They have the Prodigy by Jones, which would be a good one. I'm actually working on this top 5 list for the children's boards. Well, he's trying. Otherwise, I would say also there's the Ripper.
Oh,
there's also, back. Yep. I got a couple for him. There's the Ripper by, who is it? Nitro. They even make a Vulcan collab graphic. It's dope. He would probably love that board. Otherwise, the Prodigy by Jones, where they have an Ultra Prodigy too. Probably doesn't need that one yet. I would say when he gets to that tweener age, probably for that one. Otherwise, Children of the Nar is great. What else do they have? Yeah, I think those would be good.
What's the one that Yes has coming out too?
It's not the basic, but it's pretty much a basic.
It's like a kid's basic, but it's just a popsicle stick snowboard that you can just ram into things.
Yeah.
Solomon's got that mini huck knife too.
Yeah, the huck knife Grom would be a great one. Or even the Zero Grom as well. That one would be a good board if he's hitting like boxes, rails, jumps, all that stuff. I would probably say a Zero Grom would be sick for him.
Yeah, so, well, anyways, all right. So I know we got over 100 people here. People are just tuning in. We've been here for a little over an hour. If you got questions, get them into that chat box. We're going to try to answer it. Super chats, get a spin of the wheel. You know, we're here for you people. We're just trying to make things work. So, you know, obviously, the more questions you ask, the longer we're here for. So, let's see. Try to find some more. Okay. Let's see what we got here. Okay. We'll take this one from Kaz. Looking for new bindings for my GNU Ladies' Choice with the Ride Cadence boots. Any thoughts from the experts? Well, you're on a Ladies' Choice. So what is that one from Bent Metal? It's
the Stylist.
Is that it? It's like the women's equivalent of the Transfer. Is it? Why do I think it starts with a B? But I can't think of the name of it right now. But that's one. I would also look at like a Ride C6 Ladies. That's a good one. Maybe a Union Trilogy, because the Trilogy gets revamped this year just like the Force did. And so that would be a good one. Or the Rome Guild would be another one that I would consider. So, yeah.
Otherwise, Jones is coming out with women's bindings this year, so you could go with one of those. The Aurora would be a good choice for you.
Yeah.
Otherwise, I mean, honestly, that Ladies Trilogy would probably be so money with those boots and board. But yeah, those are all good options, I would say.
Yeah, so yeah, those are the options that I would definitely look at. Let's see. All right. take this one from Isaac. Should I get the Huck knife in a 153 or a 156? 5'8", 130 pounds. I'm saying 53 on this. You got like, you're just gonna have a wider stance for sure. So
Yeah. I would go like, because it's gonna be your park board. I'd go the 53 for sure, because I would ride the 56, and I'm 6 foot 160.
yeah,
So-
and like the 56 is like, typically I ride like a 54, 55 for park. The 56 would be mine because I'm old and I don't hit big shit anymore, so I don't need anything more. And that would be my size. Like a 53 would be like my total screw around size. So yeah.
Mhm.
All right, we got this super chat from our boy Jack Off Beat. Just bought some CB Days gel with code Angry20. Well, thank you for the support. We really appreciate that.
Enjoy that.
I know CB Days appreciates that too, but no, I'm serious. Like this OG muscle gel, like I've used a lot of different creams and stuff for a while, and this one has had the best results. So, spin again.
I also
Yeah,
have some
if
of
you
their
guys want to get
sunscreen.
your questions in, we're gonna try to finish up answering them. Make sure you pet your local lifty or TC. We can use him as a substitute. You are gonna get touched by random people this winter. Like random. You're gonna be like you'll be like, I gotta piss, and you're gonna be running to the bathroom, and someone's just gonna be like, hello. Hello. Like, don't pet TC if he's peeing at the urinal. If he's peeing in the woods, it's okay.
Yeah.
You can sneak
If you
up
can find me in the woods peeing, you're more than welcome to come and pet
yeah,
me.
so there's that. And then let's see. We've been working on our top fives. So TC's been working on the outerwear top fives for you guys. So we're doing high end, mid end, low end, jackets, pants, and bibs for all you guys out there. So we will definitely have some of that coming out for you. I actually just dropped off the other external hard drive to the editor. So next week, I'm hoping we will have the top 5 underhyped snowboards for 2023-2024 list coming out for you guys on Wednesday. And there is a new top 5 dropping tonight. I would have had it done yesterday, but I had to go put out some fires because, that's all I ever do anymore. I just put out fires. That's my whole life. I'm an internet fireman. So, yeah. Ooh, let's see what we got here from Thomas Acosta. Found a board I want for 30% off. Is it worth calling the shop and seeing if it'll go to 40% soon, or maybe work out some deal? Thanks. I mean, if it's 30% all, you might be able to get something with Labor Day weekend coming up. I mean, I'd call them and just be like, hey, what are the odds you guys give me 40% and I buy it today? They might take you up on that. Because, for them, just to get it out the door is just huge, because then it's not competing with anything that they have now. So I would say definitely worth a call, right? You've done that where you get people that'll call in, right?
Oh yeah. Most of it depends, but like sometimes I'll be like, okay, I'll do it. If it's depending on the board too. Like if it's something we got a lot of, yeah, whatever, I'll do that all day. I don't care. But if it's something that's kind of like the last one or something, might tell you to get bent and just fork up the cash. Like 30% still a pretty damn good deal for it. But I mean, the worst they could say is no and laugh at you and be like, screw it, I'll take it for 30% off, whatever.
Right.
Like,
hey, a deal's a deal, right?
yeah.
Yeah. All right. So we got the super chat from Bezium. 6 feet tall and 160 pounds. Banana sandwich and taco. He's Serbian. He doesn't understand this stuff. Look at him. Doesn't matter what I feed him. How many times have I taken you out to eat and fed you food?
Oh yeah,
Countless.
almost every time we go and film, like almost every single time.
I am such a good boss. I feed him because I'm worried, and he still gains no weight. Yeah, I don't know what Minnesota did to you. You've changed.
I mean, when my dad was, what was he, 29, 28 when he got married to my mom, he was 120 pounds. He's like 5'8", 5'9". Like I don't know where the 6 foot came from, but yeah.
Freak recessive Viking gene.
Yeah.
Okay, Ali Zaccaroni. Thoughts on how to turn old RFID card into some sort of decoration? So far, my work from home office art is a bunch of snowboards. Well, what you want to do, because I assume you're talking your season pass, so it's got your head photo. So clip it into like a paper doll, so it's got a little body on it.
Yes.
You just cut it into like a little paper snowman, you know, like that's what I would do. That's my thoughts on it. I think the other day, I'm pretty sure I found my old Holiday Valley staff employee photo from when I think I was 19 years old. And they had this big thing at Holiday Valley because we were employees. We had to represent the company. So we had to have like the perfect, we had to like look really professional in our photo. I am like picking my nose. My eyes are rolling in the back of my head. And I was like, ha, got you suckers. Okay. Let's see what else we got here. Okay. Take this one from Debaros. Looking to buy an amplid board. Which one should I look into? All mountain quiverish style. Good for carving and pow. I would probably look at like, if you want all mountain freestyle versatility, there's the singular, but you probably want to go with like, oh, what is it? God, what the fuck is the name? I'm drawing a blank. Well, the Morning Glory is a good one for that too, but oh man, what the fuck is that one that I'm thinking of? I cannot think of it off the top of my head right now. And I know once I see the Snowboard, I'll know the name of it. Let's see if this will load. It is the Safari or the Solely Grail would be in that list. You could even get away with like a kill switch if you wanted to, or if you're on a budget, you can go with that new line, the Purist series stuff. You probably are looking at like a memory stick or a Soulmate with that. So yeah, there's your options with that. All right. Luke DeSunnier. What bindings fit best for a 10.5 boot? I'm often between medium and large, and each brand has its unique sizing. Cartel mediums have been working for me for decades, but I'm curious about others. It depends on your boot. So, like with Rome and Battalion bindings, 10.5 is literally the cutoff from medium large to large XL. But if you have a chunky ass boot, you want to go to the large XL. But if you have a more slender boot, you want to go with the medium/large. With Union, that is definitely a medium. With Jones, that should be a medium, right?
Yep, they go to 10 and a half.
Yeah.
They go to 10 and a half. You can fit an 11 depending on your boot. If you're like K2 or like a ride boot or even a Solomon, you could still fit it on that medium chassis. But yeah, they max out at 10 and a half is what they say, but it is a little bit of a bigger foot.
And then Solomon, you should be, I believe you want to go to the large on that. Because I think my boots in a 10 are like maxed out in the medium, but it's just like it's snug enough in there. Ride, you're definitely a medium. K2, you're a medium. Flux, you should be on the cusp of medium or large. Fix, you're definitely a large. So I think that's kind of everything there. All right. We'll take this super chat from Letters. Get me a quick spin from work, you degenerate. Join Angry Snowboarder VIP. Okay. Ooh, we got a discussion topic here from Josiah. Thoughts on contest riding versus video part riding? What do you got? What's your opinions?
I mean, I'd much rather watch video part riding than contest riding, where contest riding has become almost like gymnastics to me, where it's like you practice the same run for years, and the only thing you change now, like say half pipe, you're adding another cork to your like run pretty much, but otherwise you're doing the same exact run every single contest, unless you're like Danny Davis or like Danny Cass used to be, where he's like, I just make it up as I go, and here's what I need to do. And you're like, that's fun to watch. But for the most part, you're like, all right, here comes Scotty James, and you know exactly what he's going to throw, when he's going to throw it. And it's like the same exact thing. The only thing you watch for is, oh, did he make it this time? Or like, but
the
otherwise,
only person I like watching in half pipe lately is Taylor Gold.
Yeah.
Because he'll always throw some what the fuck in there, and you're like, I like that. But yeah, contest riding, it's like because we ride copper and we see them so early in the preseason, they're just fucking robots. Just insert jump, triple cork, 1440, mute. Like, it's boring. I will video part riding. Here's the thing about video part riding, especially if they're in the backcountry or they're doing urban. Inconsistent snow, inconsistent landing, higher, like, hate to say it, but terrain parks, yeah, while you can get broke off, they are way the fuck safer than hitting a street feature or the backcountry. Everyone's like, no, they're landing in POW. And I was like, yeah, and there could be a fucking rock right next to their head. Like,
or you land in POW and then you get just shit whipped and now you have a concussion because you've just actually spun too fast and everything. Like, yeah, I don't know. I would love to see a back one into POW any day over like a contest run. Like, whether that be, I don't know. I think they need to change the whole contest format, honestly. I'm sick of seeing just here's your half pipe. It's going to be the same half pipe as it is everywhere. If somebody doesn't get the result they want, they're like, didn't like the half pipe today. And you're like, okay, whatever. But like, I don't know. I want to see it go on. Sorry.
No.
Okay. I want to see it go more towards like what World Surf League has. Like, each contest is kind of different where you have different size waves and that sort of thing, different barrels going on where it's like, yeah, it caters to different aspects of like their riding more, where like here it's like you get the same thing. Like, I don't know whether that needs to be like just change the whole thing up where you have like half pipe riders going into like slope style or rail events too, where it's like, yeah, you might not do as well here, but it's like kind of evens out the playing field and makes it a little bit more interesting for everybody to watch.
Well, that's how it was back in the day. Like, you would see guys that were half pipe guys going and riding slopestyle, like Todd Richards and Sean White and Danny Cass. You know, I mean, when it comes to competitions, the only one that I'll really go out of my way to watch is natural selection.
Yes.
And that is like such a next level of competition to watch. And I enjoy that. But the X Games, like this year, the X Games were a fucking travesty. I tried to catch the live stream and it was all just fucking TikTok douche canoes and fucking Minecraft. And I was like, what is this bullshit?
Yeah, so that was unbearable.
Oh my God. So yeah, something definitely needs to change there. And it's one of those things where it's like, the more you watch it, you're like, how many times can I watch the same people do the same spin, do the same grab? Like, no creativity. Like, cool, you trained for that and everything, but my generation of contest guys also filmed. Like, Kevin Jones would go win the X Games, put out 2 fucking video parts, win a rail jam, and then show up to the Nixon Jib Fest. And you were like, what? You know, and now it's like, I ride contests, I ride POW, you know, and it's just like, so I don't know. Things are getting better though. Like, I feel like everyone's kind of just like, yeah, contests are there and we just leave them. And it's like, but have you seen this video part? Which you guys should check out the cultural mystery link of the week, especially if you're over the age of 40. You guys will all thank me for that. So it's a good one. You got anything else to add to that topic, sir?
I was going to say that, like, it used to be where you started off in contests and then became like a video rider pretty much.
Jed Anderson.
Yeah, exactly. And now it's like either your contest or you're just filming parts. You're not like using that to transition and that sort of thing. But I don't know. I think something needs to change in contests for sure, where it's just not interesting to watch. It's fun to see the Japanese dudes like blast 24 feet out with the giant method, that style. But then the rest of the run, you're like, I don't give a shit. I don't care if he's triple corking in there because it's just not.
Notice no one talks about the rest of their run.
Yeah,
it's
that's a huge thing.
One hit.
Yeah, and it's like that's super cool. Like if you can get 24 feet out and blast a method over your head, so cool. More props to you on that. But I just don't really care about the rest of the run. Like I think they need to make a contest that you can't spin 5 over. Like I want to see a pro contest that it's like nothing over a 5. I want to see just style.
Vans had that contest and you couldn't spin above a 7.
Yeah. And see, that would be sweet too. Like that's a cool contest because then you get to just see style. And I think it helps like with even the kids. Because like when I've helped like went and rode with the kids in Steamboat and stuff, they just want to go and like huck their meat as hard as possible off of stuff. And it's like, nah, you guys got to learn how to like grab properly and style it out, because that's cool that you could throw a 9 off a medium-sized jump, but it just looks like shit. And who cares? You're just spinning like a top, and it's like, guys, you got to get some style in there, like tweak stuff, get it squeaking.
I was like searching through YouTube snowboarding, which is god awful at times, and some video for some, I don't know, I think he's a gymnast or something. It had like 3 million views, and it's like, I did a backflip on my snowboard the first time I watched it. This dude was like the sketchiest fucking rider, but because he had a gymnastics background, and the comments were like, that's so sick. And I was like, it looked like literal shit. Like, it looked so fucking bad. And I was like, but these are the type of people. It's like, I love those people. Like, can you do a backflip on your snowboard? I was like, what, a 360? That's literally what it is. You used to be able to do standing backflips. I was like, come on. Like, contests are for people that snowboard 5 days a year. Video parts are for snowboarders.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think that's the best way to.
Yeah, that is the best way to describe that.
Yeah. All right, we're gonna take this super chat from Coffin. TC needs to use CB Days as mustache wax. It smell really good.
It would smell really good.
Really
I
good.
could probably get on that train.
Ooh, should we convince them that they need to make CB Days mustache wax?
Yeah, we should talk to G
And
about that.
and then it'll just be you endorsing it.
Yes.
Just TC commercials. So yeah. Sorry about giving you guys that commercial. We're taking on sponsorships now. We're going to be doing parody commercials too. TC and I are working on some stuff there. So you guys will get some completely over the top commercials from us, because if you're going to do it, you might as well go all in, right? So spray them all. All right. We'll take this super chat from Daniel Naranjo. Yes, optimistic or the GNU Gremlin. Ask yourself how damp of a ride you want. The Gremlin is going to be more damp, and the edge hold is different from the Magnetraction. The optimistic grips more underfoot. The optimistic is also softer now than the Gremlin. So you got anything to add to that, sir?
No, that's pretty good.
Yeah. So ooh, spin again. Ooh, person 4 up gets a spin. Who do we got? 1, 2, 3. Well, that goes to our boy Luke DeSonnier. We'll give him a spin. Tell him he has to go support his local snowboard shop. So, okay. What do we got here? All right. Well, we got this one from Chris Baum. Hey, fellas, K2 Passport 157 or Jones Mind Expander 154 for all mountain freestyle. Currently, I'm on a standard 156. Because you want all mountain freestyle, it's got to be the Passport over the Mind Expander. Mind Expander is just a little more directional, and now that they added camber to it, it's not as loose and surfy as it used to be.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 100% on that. I mean, you could, I would say, if you're looking at a Jones Mind Expander, probably look at the Mind Expander Twin. If you want to be more all mountain freestyle, but still, I would give it to that Passport, honestly. Like, that Passport, it's going to hold up better in more variable conditions where you get those shitty icy days. It's going to grip better than the Mind Expander Twin in my personal experience.
All right. We'll take this super chat from BCM's Natural Selections. Need to get their act together with the judging. Was watching them again on the way out, and it's so inconsistent unless you're T-Rex. Yeah, yeah. I was actually having this conversation, and they were arguing. They're like, well, his final run in Revelstoke, and I was like, but he shouldn't have been in the fucking finals to begin with. He robbed Jared Elston.
Yeah, I had that talk with Torg, actually, where he should have definitely advanced on. Like, Torg's run was amazing. He didn't fall. I don't even remember who he went against, but I know that, was it Jared that he went against?
No,
that fell like
it was
somebody
Mickle.
fell 3 times.
It was
And-
Mickle.
Yeah, fell 3 times and still took the win because it was a more technical run, they said. But, like, Torg's run made me want to go snowboarding. Like, that looked insane.
Well, and that's the thing. Like, watching Jared's run, I was like, especially like that one where he kind of like we all thought he was literally going to die.
Yes.
And I'm watching that going, yeah, I've done shit like that. I was like, I can get down with that, And that's the thing. Like, in all honesty, I strongly believe that Dustin Craven should have won. And I feel like he's been robbed. And the day that he wins natural selection, I hope he's just got middle fingers in the air and he's like, suck a fart out of my fucking ass. Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. I won. Because that guy is such an underrated rider. And I enjoy watching him ride every time because he is such a powder-centric rider that it is like, it's natural to watch him. He's not like some contest guy. He's not like some big filmer guy. He's literally like Revelstoke. He's like, yeah, I just live down the road. I've never actually been to this zone. Like, he was walking around looking at this going, yeah, I could totally film here, Like, he's like, I should come back and check this out.
Well, what's funny is like 3 years ago when it first restarted back up for like the whole tour thing, when they had it in Jacksonville, judging was on par. Like, it was exactly what you thought it would be.
Yeah.
And then now as we've gone on, it's like, it's just gotten worse. We're like, how was that?
I don't know.
But like, there were no tricks that were thrown.
Like, the bigger question is, can we bring Anna Gasser back? Because I want to see her cry again.
Oh my God.
That made my day.
I was sitting there watching that with friends, and I'm like, you got to be kidding me. Like, you fell
the
on the
second
takeoff.
she dropped in, I looked at that, and I was watching it with my friend Carlo, and I was like, she's going to die. And he's like, what? And I was like, she's dead. I was like, she's a contest person. She's never hit an imperfect feature in her life. And I was like, no offense to her, but when she used to come through Breck and everything, yeah, she's talented in the train park, but I'd watch her outside and I'd be like, God, she really does not, like, she's like a gymnast doing a gymnast routine. And I was like, it was the biggest, like, I was like, seeing her cry, I was like, I felt like it just humbled her. And then you got Zoe over there that's like, I dislocated my elbow last week. And she's just like, I've never really ridden POW like this. And she just fucking crushed it. And I was like,
yeah,
you are a snowboarder. So
yeah, she rips. Like,
yeah, so yeah. But yeah, this shit is like, yeah, I don't know, the judging and that, it's whatever. But let's give this man a spin. Ooh, spin again. We're just over here spinning for everyone. Spinning for everyone. Ooh, question for TC. Let's find one here and see what we can do. Okay. We'll take this one. From Alpha Kilo, which major companies would you not take sponsorship from, or would you take anything? $20 is $20. What company are you not taking one from, TC?
Oh, I'm not taking one from Never Summer. I'm also not taking one from Burton.
Yeah, me either.
Like, I'm not taking one from Burton. I don't care. It could be like so much money and be like, no, I'm good. Like,
they need to get their shit together before I'd consider working with them to take, like, every year they hit me up for like some stupid influencer shit. And they're like, we'd really like you to promote it. And I was like, I'd really like you to send me a fleet of products to ride. Well, we'd really like you to promote it. So where's this fleet of products you want me to review? Well, we want you to do this. And I was like, yeah, until you fucking answer the question I asked, I'm not going to give you what you want. Well, and the best is like the people that I deal with are like third party and they're like, oh, their stuff is the best. And I was like, have you ever ridden it? And they're like, well, I don't really. And I was like, you don't snowboard, so you don't know. So why don't you shut the fuck up and let the people that actually ride talk? But I don't know. There's like, I get hit up a lot by shitty little companies that just suck ass. So much ass. And they're like, oh, we'll pay you like $1,000. And I was like, I'm not interested. And they're like, but it's $1,000. And I was like, no, I'm not interested because it's the thing. I'll tell you who I want to sell out for. Ibuprofen. I'll be like, I will fucking whore the shit out of that. Excedrin migraine, I'm on it. I use that shit. I'd be like, yeah, all right, here. I'd be just back here just like dumping ibuprofen into my mouth. I'd sell out for that shit. I really want like Subway to sponsor us or Taco Bell. Even though I don't eat Taco Bell, I do eat Subway. Actually, I lied. Take that back. Qdoba. Fortunately, we don't have a Qdoba anymore. We're out of business. But if Qdoba wants to hit me up and give me lifetime burritos, I'm all about it.
I'll do it for Chipotle. I'll do Chipotle on that one. Otherwise, when Pacifico got into the action sports game, I was like, I need to get a sponsor from them. Back when I worked at Powder Tools, I was like that's what I drank. I drank that more than water. So I was like, I could go for a Pacifico sponsorship. So
We'd
I
have
don't
to
know if they
age gate all of our videos then.
well,
But then again, our like age demographic is 21 and up, so I really don't care about that.
yeah.
Sorry for the
yeah,
0.002% of toddlers that watch this shit.
yeah.
I don't know why you're watching this. I'm not child friendly. But yeah.
So if Pacifico ever comes knocking, I'm just saying maybe we want to listen to that one. I don't know.
I'd take some Gatorade money.
Gatorade money wouldn't be bad.
I mean, I use
Coca-Cola?
it. No, I don't drink soda.
No Powerade money?
Powerade is inferior Gatorade.
It definitely is. It's sugary. More sugar, I guess.
It burns my mouth.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Like I feel like I'm having an allergic reaction when I drink Powerade. Yeah. So, you know who I'd really think should sponsor us? Kroger. Get that city market money. We buy groceries there. I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Like I would settle for a $500 a month gift card.
Safeway even. I love their muffins. You know that. Every time I come up, I bring 4-pack of muffins.
I know,
from
they're
Safeway.
awful. And I eat them.
Yeah. But you know what? They get the job done.
It's okay. Actually, I think some of the local restaurants might be sponsoring this. Got to talk to them some more. I'm all about this though. But I was like, but if I'm going to take like local companies' money and businesses, I really want it to be like places that we actually go to. Not going to be like, it'd be like, go to Tin Plate Pizza. I'd be like, fuck that place. Their pizza sucks ass and the owner's a douche canoe. But if it's like Castaway's Cove, I'd be like, fuck yeah. Crab rangoons for everyone.
Oh, the best.
Make it rain
They're so
rangoons.
good.
I'm all about this. So if you're in Summit County and you got a local business and you see me there a lot, we should talk. I should probably hype up my gym, but then more people would recognize me there, and I don't like that. I'm like trying to work out, and some dude's talking to me, and I'm like, dude, I'm in the middle of a workout. Like, do I look like I want to talk? I want to be left the fuck alone. So, all right, let's see. Okay, we'll take this one from City Star JC. Hey, fellas, I'm 6'1", 190 pounds. Is the 147 K2 party platter okay for me, or should I size up to the 152? You can go either way. If you want more party board playful, go with that 47. You want a little more precision, go with the 52. You are literally, sky's the limit with you. You got two choices there. So, also, I know we've got this poll going over here. So we're going to end this and see what results we've got right now. So out of 212 votes for will you spray a skier on opening day, 49% of you said yes. We're holding you to that. TC and I. Every day I spray, 33%. No said 14, and 3% gave snowboarders only. Guess we know who the stupid skiers are in this, watching this shit. So yeah. But yeah. Okay. Taking, why no reviews on lobster boards? Because the rep never has them, because they release them in mid-season and they put them out in such a small amount that only the kids that want those weird graphics eat them up. I mean, they're literally revamped battalion boards with a different carbon layup. So, yeah.
I will say the Eldor did crack me up this year, though, with the dolphin on it. That shit was hilarious. Just a big pink dolphin, and everybody's like, kind of like that board. It just glitters, just sparkles everywhere. I'm into it.
Ellie Zekaron, most underhyped female snowboarders. Love me some Jill Perkins, Hannah Beeman, and Zoe Sadowski-Sanat, but always looking for more inspiration. Who do you have?
Underrated. What was that movie that came out? Was it The Uninvited 2 that came out 3 years ago?
2 or 3.
With Jill on it and Nora
Beck?
Yeah. Because she had a really fire part.
She did. Then she broke her back, and then Burton didn't pay her health bill.
Yeah. Otherwise, there's a Solomon rider that she's...
You talking Emma Crosby?
Possibly. I just remember it was a Santee Gold song.
I think that's Emma Crosby, but huge fan of Melissa Rattano because she used to live here. super underrated. Rides for K2. Kelsey Boyer's another one. She's the founder of Save a Brain. Love watching her just going out. She's figured out how to transcend hucking your meat into just doing soul turns. So that's always good to watch.
Kalia, actually, for Capita.
Oh, yeah, Kalia
Yep.
Opal.
Yep,
Yeah.
she used to be a homie up in Steamboat, and
She's
she
bounced around
rips.
forever.
Yeah, she absolutely ripped. And like last year, she crushed it at the Copper Rail Jam.
Yeah.
So
if you want to go someone a little older that's kind of flown under the radar, Fancy Rutherford, she's a homie of mine, but I always love watching her ride. That's always good too. So there's girls out there that are absolutely fucking crushing it. So yeah, let's see. Car wreck sponsored by Crab Rangoons, powered by Crab Rangoons.
yes,
Probably going to go get some after that, but ew. Anyone that says Jib Girl is underrated, she's so fucking overrated. She's trash. Ugh. This is funny from DWD Boards. I swear to God, I saw a lobster snowboard in the background of a porno the other day. I mean, that would not surprise me with that brand. I feel like that's where it would be. So, yeah. All right. Let's see. We got Alpha Kilo. What bindings would you recommend for a LibTech Dynamo if I do more all-mount transfers or C8s maybe? Either of those are super, super solid. Couldn't go wrong with that. You could even do like an Atlas from Union or the new Force. So, yeah. But I see we're slowing down on questions, guys. So why don't you get your last ones in? We're going to probably pack it in for the day. And we'll be back next week with more because you're not moving next week, right? I don't think so.
No.
It's the week
No,
after.
I got one more week, and then
Yeah.
I mean, it won't even affect it because
Yeah. So you got
move on the first.
Yeah.
And that's Friday.
Yeah,
So.
it's a Friday. So the 31st. So, yeah.
And it's my birthday on the 28th, so.
Oh, yeah. 30, right?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Let's take this super chat from Joe X. Thank you for the info last stream. Yes, TC, I live out east on the ice, but 3 inches of ice that's groomed. And when that's gone, it's a sheet of ice and you slide out. I think he's just trying to prove points that the ice is worse there than the Midwest. I would agree.
Probably. I would agree on that.
That
One,
shit is so bad you can see a reflection in it from the chairlift.
Yeah.
Like it turns blue.
I mean, it gets bad in the Midwest, but most of the time you're spending your time in the park where it just turns into like that granular shit over time. And then by the end of the night at like 10 o'clock when they shut it down, you have like that fake pow pretty much because they're not grooming much. But, you know, I'll agree with you on that one.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's like, dude, falling on the East Coast. I love when people are like, "Oh, it's not that bad," and then they go out and they do it, and they're like, "What the fuck? You do this every day?" And I was like, "Every day." I remember I got this. I was skating a vert ramp, and I got this huge hipper, and then I had to go snowboarding, and I fell, and I would just sit there and just cry. I was like, "I think it's broken," and my butt was like swollen on the side of my hip, and it just fucking, like, you know. It was purple for like 6 months. So, yeah. Ugh, it was awful. Yeah. So, anyways, I think we got to spray them all on that one. So, right? Did I give him a spin? I gave him a spin, right?
You gave him a spin.
Yeah, so it was spray them all. I think we're going to call it a day after these next few questions, and then we're going to get out of here. And just kind of do our thing. Okay, so we'll take this one from our boy Mike Dunkley. Any changes to the S standard and standard on ink this year besides graphics? No, it's all graphics this year, so you're good on that. So if you can scoop a deal, do it. Web number 11. What are Solomon bindings like? Not sure on the Shadow Fit Heel Cup. think of it as a loose heel cup, so you don't get that power from the outside of the binding. It kind of moves a little bit. You got about 3 to 5 millimeters of play. So it'd be almost like you're strapped into a binding that's a little big in the heel cup, and it's moving around. Like you're locked down, but you got this little heel slide, or like you're skateboarding. And that, you got anything to add to that, sir?
No, I just know. I mean, they fit a lot of boots really well in the heel cup area, just because it does kind of mold to it. But yeah, it's not going to be the most responsive or like locked in type of binding there is out there by any means. Even the Quantum still has a little bit of play to it, even with that full carbon high back and the wrap on it. So you still get a little bit there, no matter what.
Yeah. So, all right. And just so you know, Bubble Skunker is leaving you a flight of beer at Outer Range after Oktoberfest.
Hell yeah. I'm into that.
All right. We're going to take this one from
Thank you.
Steve Murray. Hey, lads, how do you compare the K2 excavator versus the Passport for a more POW and carving focused deck? Do you sacrifice a lot of stability with the excavator? No, you don't sacrifice stability. What you're changing is how fast edge to edge. The excavator is more back foot dominant than the Passport, so you actually engage it like it's really for POW and stuff. It doesn't engage as quickly off the front foot. That's kind of the big differences with that. And then you get into the whole shaping and stuff. The Passport's more like more groomer days, less powder days. The excavator's more powder days, less groomer days.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so I think that's everything. So anyways, guys, we're going to get out of here. Thanks to our sponsor, CB Days, for hooking it up. Use code Angry20 when you check out. There is a link down in the description for anyone that wants to get on that. So but we'll be back next Thursday with another live stream. And let's see what else. New top 5 should be dropping later tonight for you, and then I think that's pretty much everything. And you're also going to get a new explain video tomorrow. So, but once again, guys, thanks for everything. Couldn't have done this without you. Thanks for all the support, and we'll see you guys in another video.
Thanks, guys.